When we spoke last time, we were teasing. I said, okay, which is mom's current favorite right now? And all the kids put up Kylie and Kendall. Has it changed since last time?
Today might be, I think today might be Chloe. Yeah, Chloe, because she's at my house right now cleaning my bathroom.
I love it.
She keeps calling me going, why do you have this junk? And I said, so throw it away. She had to go use my bathroom for something, but she ended up reorganizing the whole thing because that's what we do.
Where do you get your energy?
Where do I get my Hi, God only knows. Yeah, from God. I have a lot of energy, but I have it from 4 a.m. to like 5. And then, might need a cocktail and then relax. And then I'm in bed, by 9 o'clock every night.
And I was thinking about it. Everybody comes to you in the family and their significant others for advice on everything. Who do you go to when you want advice? Who do you get to call?
To? I have some of the most, I have my friends, my girlfriends who are amazing. And some of my girlfriends like Shelly and Sheila and Joyce and just so many girlfriends. I have Tommy and Dee Hilfiger, who is one of my mentors. Tommy's been amazing to help me in business, and Irving Azoff, who's one of my business mentors, and it just goes on and on. So I have great advice from people, and I love learning something new all the time, every day if I can. And when I'm working on a big deal or I'm trying to figure something out that I'm just not sure about, I'm the first one to call one of those people or a girlfriend or a mentor and say, what would you do if you were me? What would you do if I was your sister or your daughter or your, whatever? Because I think that if you think that you know it all, you probably don't. And I really do look to other people to help me form my, strategic opinions.
I think you know a lot, and especially when it comes to parenting and growing these well-adjusted people. Has Jennifer Lawrence reached out for baby advice? I love your friendship with her. It's the cutest.
She's beautiful. She's such a good friend, and I'm so proud of her.
Your mama.
I really am. She's like one of my kids. I'm so blessed to have her in my life, and she's so happy, and yeah.
If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what do you think you'd be doing?
What would I be doing? Well, I'd be organizing someone's space. I'd be throwing someone a party and hopefully figuring out that business and giving Mindy a run for her money, or I would just work for Mindy. That's what I would be doing.
I love in the new Hulu series talking about your life before all of this as a flight attendant. Can you I bet you were so good with all of this. Was the travel
I had it
great?
down.
I would have gone to see where you lived. I love that old stuff. Yeah.
I know. Thank you. Chloe wasn't that into it.
She was so cute about it.
No, she was out of it. Being a flight attendant in the 70s was a lot of fun because, listen, those were the days before they had anybody taking your shoes off and checking you with a wand.
It was sexy
no
travel.
Security, and the uniforms were fabulous, and it was like an exciting, really, beautiful job to have. And I went out and did it. And as soon as I started flying, a year into it, I got engaged, and Robert and I were getting married, and I got pregnant on my honeymoon. So yeah, it was a very short-lived career, but I had a great time. I've had 9 lives, for sure. I've had so many different chapters in my life that each one has been such an amazing journey, and so much to learn for, so much to live for, so many blessings. I mean, completely something I never could have imagined. But every time that I start a new chapter, I don't have a crystal ball. I never know what's going to happen. But I just live in my faith and hope that I'm being led. God's leading me down the right path. And I just do the very best I can.
How do you continue to rise above? I'm thinking about social media and all of your kids. Do you feel every hit that they feel? How do you remain Teflon?
Well, listen, I pray for grace every single day. You just have to I tell my kids, you can't really pay attention to comments made by somebody who's never met you a day in their life. It's a very different world we live in today. When I was growing up and when I was a young mom raising kids, this was never even a thought.
No.
I mean, I didn't have to think about how to give somebody the inner strength to deal with some of the things that we deal with today. So, every once in a while, sure, you hear something that is painful or that hurts, but I teach my kids, try to stay off the reading comments and ugly things because it's a very toxic, negative, situation. Protect your energy.
Yeah.
Do things with people that you love. Give love, try to receive the love back, and just be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be.
When you mentioned Chloe, it made me think, because we saw her with James Corden, telling her that
Yeah.
it really resonated with her. So I hope that they're all being that. We all can use that advice, right?
We all need that advice. We all need to learn how to not let that energy affect us, because it is very toxic. And it can really, you start thinking about things that people say or that people do. And these people, when we first started filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians, there was no Instagram.
None.
There was no Snapchat, no TikTok. There was barely Twitter. And so, you look at a world like that. We kind of grew up with our careers, with those platforms on social media. And I think I'm so grateful for that, because it's been such a great thing to deal with and a great blessing in some aspects. And then in other aspects, it's a complete negative, source of energy. And I think that you have to learn how to balance the two. And, you just have to learn how to let it brush off, because it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters to me is my family, my kids, what they think. And they think a lot. And, my close friends. And that's really how I think everyone should live their lives.
100%. And the fashion. I mean, Kris, I'm looking at you today. Show your cute shoes, by the way.
Oh,
it's a woman after my own heart right there. I came in with
Isn't
mine.
that fun? I know, my little slippers
You're
to
so
go with
cute.
it. I know.
The Met Gala, and just to be there with your girls, but you and this Jackie O. Tell me about the inspiration and how much fun this was.
That was so much fun. Well, that's Oscar de la Renta.
Oh.
And
that's a hard color, and you're rocking that so beautifully.
Thank you. I love, love, love. And then Lorraine Schwartz jewelry, and Tamara Mellon shoes, and a Judith Lieber bag, and all of my favorite things, all of my favorite designers. So, and it was so comfortable and so beautiful. And Fernando, the artistic director for Oscar de la Renta, came to the house, and he had some ideas. And he made me a sketch, and it just felt so glamorous, and it felt so Jackie Kennedy.
How were the stairs? Whenever I've only been on the stairs out there, but I always worry about everybody going up. Was that fun?
No, the stairs were great. You know
Okay,
why?
good.
Because I went to the side where we were doing interviews, and you do a couple stairs and then an interview, and then a couple stairs, so it didn't feel like much. I think the big challenge is going from the top of the stairs to dinner, because it's so far.
Right.
You have to go through the whole museum, which is really beautiful.
This dress stopped the red carpet, the Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn.
Was this a big talk again around the kitchen island?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Kim, has wanted to do this for a minute, and she just looks so sensational in that dress. I'm so proud of her.
Oh.
She just looks so pretty.
And then the whole gang.
And the whole gang.
There was one point where I saw Kylie wrapping Chloe's. They were just so cute together on the carpet together.
Kylie in Off-White, Chloe in Jeremy Scott for Moschino, Courtney in Tom Brown, and Kendall in Prada. And that photo I'm going to translate into black and white, and then I'm going to put it in my hallway where I have all my favorite photos. And I love getting one every year of the girls from the Met. And this is really special. The only one missing from that one is Kim.
That's okay. We can frame
I'm
Marilyn.
going to Photoshop her in.
Put her in right there. She's got it.
Right there.
Kris, coming off Mother's Day, best mother's advice, mom advice you can give to me.
Best mom advice. You know what? Be a good listener. Be there for them no matter what, and don't judge. That's the most important thing I think I can say is listen, talk, don't judge, and just always be there for them. And the other thing I love about being a mom is just learn how, and don't forget to celebrate all the good times, and the holidays, and make the memories, because the memories are going to last a lifetime.
What do you think Robert would say about your life, all the grandkids, the success of everybody? Because I really feel like he's become a big part of the new Hulu series.
Yeah.
Talked about, and there's so much love there.
We talk about him, every single day. And I think he would be so proud of the girls and so proud of the family. He's watching.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like his energy's always there. And I think that the girls are really great because they keep his memory alive. And they keep even the things. I went to Courtney's house Saturday, and as I was walking up the stairs, I realized she had his old Victrola in the hallway that she had, you know, wanted to bring over to her house. And she's playing the vinyls on it and the whole thing, and had all of his old records. And then I go up another flight of stairs, and there's the old grandfather clock. So she's taken her house, which is beautifully modern and up to date, and put a few of these really great vintage pieces in there that belong to her dad, and it means the world to her.
Is this the new house? Because you're going to be next door neighbors.
That's Courtney.
That's Chloe.
That one's Chloe.
Oh, this is Courtney.
This is Courtney's house.
See,
yeah.
the K's, do they ever confuse you like they confuse me?
Every single day.
When I was interviewing the whole family, it's a Chloe
Yeah.
and Courtney. I know, but I always say the wrong one.
I know who they are.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't know what to call them. You know.
Tell me about Amazon Glow, because you are glowing.
Oh, you are the sweetest. Amazon Glow, you know, I love video, you know, telephone calls with my kids. It's so much fun because it puts you right in the space that they're at. And sometimes a proper phone call just doesn't cut it for me. So I love Amazon Glow because I can do a video call, but I can also play games with the kids. So instead of them just going, "Hi, Lovey, I'm good," and they run off to go play a game, they can play it with me, and we can do something like whack-a-mole or memory match or something that's really fun. And honestly, when I was a little girl, I used to play a memory game, and I can't remember what it was called because my memory isn't that great.
I'm with you.
But I loved that game. So, you know, you can read books with the kids. And so it gives me a chance. Yeah, I can't be everywhere at once. And I have 11 grandchildren. So to try to keep up, it's wild.
11 grandkids. By the way, congratulations. Like, I just think it's watching your
Thank
family
you.
all grow and expand with so much love.
It's
Can
fun.
you name every grandkid and their age? I can't name my own three, so.
I can. I mean, Mason's going to be 13. Wow. Isn't that crazy? In 3 years, he'll be driving. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Little man.
I know. And so I'm just trying to stay really connected to each one of them. You know, that's a lot of little people.
Yeah.
And they're all so individual. They all have such different personalities. But the one thing that all these kids have in common is they want to be connected to technology. And so if I'm going to be like Lovey that they want to talk to all the time, I got to have something to bring to the table. And that's Amazon Glow.
And tell me about partnering with Dream. How come of all the 11, Dream is the one?
You know, Dream has this little darling personality that I just love, and she's so interactive and so smart, you know, so I knew that she would love this project and it would be perfect for her.
How did you get the name Lovey?
I got the name Lovey because when Mason was born, he was calling me Grandma for a long time when he first learned how to talk. And somebody got pregnant again. There you go. That's why I play memory match. And I thought, oh, there's going to be a lot of little kids calling me Grandma. I get it now. They're all going to start having babies. And I thought, do I want to listen to Grandma, 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 or do I want to have a fun name? And my mom, when I was growing up, she had a friend named Lovey. And that name just always stuck with me. So I'm Lovey.
And when I think back to all your daughters' names, the K's, where did that come from? And was it ever going to be something different? Like, was ever a Betsy going to slip in there or something?
It almost went to a J thing with Kendall. You know, I thought of different names. But I think that with me being Kris, and it was Kris Kardashian, and then my sister was Karen with a K. And when I had my first baby, I loved the name Courtney, but I thought, why not Courtney with a K, Kourtney Kardashian? And then it just went from there. And so I couldn't have like 4 Ks and 2 Js or 2, you know, so I just kept it going.
Do all the kids come to you when they're naming their children? Like, is this a big discussion around the kitchen island?
Oh, it's definitely a discussion. I don't think it necessarily starts with me, but it really does make its rounds on the family chat, you know, over and over and over. So, yeah, picking a name is really a lot harder than I ever gave it credit for when I was having kids and growing up. These kids, they really take it seriously. They want that name to be a perfect fit for that child. And so I have a lot of respect for that.